Hello everybody, welcome to the session. Today we are going to talk about Maxwell's Maxwell's thermodynamic equations from thermodynamic potentials, right? Thermodynamic potentials, right? So we know very well. So what are the thermodynamic variables? In the last class we have seen what are the thermodynamic variables. Yes, thermodynamic variables are pressure, volume, temperature and entropy. Okay, these are the thermodynamic variables. And also we have seen thermodynamic potentials, right? What are the thermodynamic potentials? So one is internal energy that is represented by U, okay, and the second one is Helmholtz free energy, or Helmholtz function, that is represented by F, okay, and the third one is enthalpy, so that is represented by H, and the fourth one is Gibbs function, so that is represented by capital G. So these four are thermodynamic potentials and these four are thermodynamic variables. So with the help of thermodynamic potentials, we are going to derive Maxwell thermodynamic equations one by one. Okay, so let us see here. First one. So let us see first one, Maxwell's first law of thermodynamics. So that is what will derive from internal energy. With the help of internal energy, we are going to derive Maxwell's first law of thermodynamics. Okay, right. So we know that thermodynamic first law, that is what, dq equal to du plus dw, that is equal to du plus pdv. Okay, next. So this is what first law of thermodynamics. And the second law of thermodynamics, that is in terms of entropy, there we can write dq equal to tds, right? Tds. Substitute this one here in the first equation, then we'll get there tds equal to du plus pdv, and with the help of this equation we'll get change in internal energy du equal to, right, so tds minus pdv. Understand? So this is very important equation, change in internal energy, right? With the help of this equation, see there carefully, where s and v are independent variables. Okay, independent variables. Let us take partial differentials of internal energy. Okay, let us take partial differentials of internal energy, that is U, with respect to S and V. Okay, so then what happened here? So partial differentiation of internal energy with respect to S. So what we get there? Dou U by dou S. At constant value V, that equal to we'll get there T only. Okay, T. And similarly, partial differentiation of internal energy with respect to V, then what we get there? Dou U by dou V at constant entropy. So here you have to write constant entropy, then what we get there, that equal to minus P. Okay, so these are the partial differentials of internal energy. Alright, now we know that where du is perfect differentials, Therefore, with the help of this above equation, see there what we get here. So dou by dou v of dou u by dou s at constant volume is equal to right, dou by dou s of dou u by dou v at constant entropy. So both are equal, right? While in the case of the u is perfect differential, then we'll write this equation: dou by dou v of dou u by dou s at constant value is equal to dou by dou s dou u by dou v at constant s. Now substitute these two terms, dou u by dou v at constant value, this is what you have to substitute here, and this is what you have to substitute here. Then finally what we get here, we'll get dou t by dou v, that equal to, substitute here p value, minus dou p by dou s. Okay, so here you have to put at constant entropy, and this is what at constant value. So this is what Maxwell's thermodynamic first equation. Maxwell's thermodynamic first equation. Remember, dou t by dou v of s equal to minus dou p by dou s at a constant value. So this is what equation number 1. So it represents Maxwell's thermodynamic first equation, dou t by dou v of s equal to minus dou v by dou s and suffix v. Okay, you have to remember this equation C, right? Next one, next equation we are going to derive. Carefully, you have to observe it. Next, second one. Second Maxwell's thermodynamic. That means what? Second one we get from Helmholtz free energy. From Helmholtz free energy, we'll get Maxwell's second thermodynamic equations. Okay. Maxwell's, here you have to put within the bracket Maxwell's second thermodynamic equation. Okay, let us see how can we derive this one. Just now we got that du equal to TdS minus VdP, right? dq is equal to TdS minus du equal to TdS minus PdV, right? PdV, du equal to TdS minus PdV. Understand? Now see there, here you have to observe carefully. Here. For isothermal process, we know that temperature remains constant. Therefore, what happens? This can also be written as du equal to d of Ts minus PdV. Okay. So from this equation we'll write du minus Ts equal to minus PdV. So that is equal to minus dW, and this can be represented by F. So dF equal to minus PdV minus dW, and where that equal to minus dW, and where F equal to what? The F is equal to U minus Ts. So what F represents? F represents Helmholtz free energy. So what it represents here, you have to, it is very important function. Thus, the external work done on the system, is equal to decrease in Helmholtz free energy. Let us write here the external work done on the system on the system, the external work done on the system is equal to on the system is equal to the decrease of Helmholtz free energy. Helmholtz free energy, or decrease of Helmholtz free energy, or otherwise we'll write decrease in Helmholtz function. Okay, Helmholtz function. So up to here you have to remember. Then after we are going to derive Maxwell's second thermodynamic equation. Let us see how can we derive. Now what you have to do here, you have to differentiate this one. So why I am taking differentiation here, you have to remember that when a system undergoes an infinitesimal reversible process from initial equilibrium state to the final equilibrium state, right? Have to listen carefully. So what is happening there, when a system undergoes an infinitesimal reversible change from an initial equilibrium state to a final equilibrium state, the Helmholtz function changes by an amount given by df equal to du minus TdS minus SdT. Okay, so what is du there? Already we got a du. We know that du, substitute du value here. Then what we get there? df equal to du equal to how much? TdS minus PdV minus TdS minus SdT. Right? So this one cancel. Finally we'll get the df equal to minus PdV minus SdT. What it represents? Change in Helmholtz function. Otherwise change in Helmholtz free energy. Okay, Helmholtz free energy. So with the help of this equation we are going to derive Maxwell's second thermodynamic equation. Let us see how can we derive that one. So let us take here df equal to minus PdV minus SdT. Okay, so here V and T are independent variables. Independent variables. Now let us take partial differentials of Helmholtz function with respect to V and T. Then what we get there? So dou F by so dou V, so that equal to what we get there? So minus P, where constant temperature. Okay, at constant temperature. And similarly here, so dou F by dou T at a constant value, that equal to what we get there? Minus S we get there. Okay, we got two equations. And we know that where df is perfect differential, then we'll write here, so dou by dou T of dou F by dou V at a constant temperature equal to, so dou by dou V of dou F by dou T at constant value. And again you have to substitute this term and this term from these two equations. Then finally we'll get there. So dou P by dou T, that equal to, here we get there, dou S by dou V. This is what at constant value, this is what at constant temperature. So this is the equation which represents Maxwell's second thermodynamic equation. Simply we can also written as like this. See there, we can also written as like this. Same equation you have to write dou S by dou V of T, so that equal to dou P by dou T at constant value. Okay. So you have to remember this equation. This is what Maxwell's Maxwell's second thermodynamic equation. Okay, equation. Have to remember that equation. Dou S by dou V at constant temperature is equal to dou P by dou T at constant volume. Next one is third one. That is what we are going to derive, Maxwell's third equation. Let us see how can we derive that. Maxwell's third equation. Third one, here you have to remember from enthalpy. From enthalpy. Okay, here you have to write the enthalpy. So with the help of enthalpy, we are going to derive Maxwell's third thermodynamic equation. Okay, here within the bracket you have to write Maxwell's third thermodynamic equation from enthalpy. Let us see how can we do. So here enthalpy can be represented by H. H is equal to U plus PV. H is equal to U plus PV. Okay. So differentiate on both sides. What we get there? dH is equal to du plus PdV plus VdP. Okay. dH is equal to du plus PdV plus VdP. And we know that what is du, where du is nothing but du equal to TdS minus PdV, right? TdS minus PdV. PdV plus PdV and VdP. Cancel. So finally what we get there? Here we'll get there dH equal to so TdS plus VdP. Okay, dH is equal to TdS plus VdP. So here let us write where S and P are independent variables. Now let us take partial differential of enthalpy H with respect to S and P, entropy and pressure. Then what we get there? So we'll get there dou H by dou S at constant pressure equal to T, and here it is dou H by dou P. Dou H by dou P okay, at constant entropy, so that equal to what we get there? V. We get there V. Okay, so here dou H by dou S at constant pressure we get there temperature, and dou H by dou P at constant entropy we get the volume V. So here where dH is perfect differential, then we'll write dou by dou P and dou H by dou S P equal to dou by dou S and dou H by dou P S. Okay, and substitute these two functions here, then we'll get here dou T by dou P equal to, we'll get there dou V by dou S. Okay, so here it is S, here the constant is pressure. So this is what equation number 3, that is what Maxwell's third thermodynamic equation. So dou T by dou P at constant entropy, that is equal to dou V by dou S at constant pressure. Okay, so we have to remember this one. Next one is here fourth one, Maxwell's fourth thermodynamic equation from Gibbs function. Okay, so for this what we have to do, let us take enthalpy H is equal U plus PV. Let us take enthalpy H is equal to U plus PV and differentiate on both sides. We will get there dH is equal to du plus PdV plus VdP, and where du can be written as dH is equal to TdS minus PdV plus VdP, right? This one cancel and TH is equal to TdS plus VdP will get there. Let us assume here, let us take process is isothermal and as well as isobaric. Isobaric means change in pressure is zero. So if you take these two things, isothermal and isobaric, see there where dP equal to 0 and where this can be written as dH is equal to TdS, right? This can also be written as dH equal to d of Ts, because where T is constant, and from this one we will get there d of H minus Ts equal to 0, and finally we will get there H minus Ts is equal constant. That constant can be written as where G equal to H minus Ts. This is what Gibbs function. In the last class we got this one, G is equal to H minus Ts. Okay, so with the help of these equations we are going to derive Maxwell fourth thermodynamic equation. Let us see how can we derive that one. Right, so let us take here this function G is equal to H minus Ts and differentiate on both sides. Then what we get, if we differentiate on both sides, we will get the dG equal to dH minus TdS minus SdT, as dt, substitute dH value from here, then dG is equal to dH value TdS plus VdP minus TdS minus SdT. Okay, so this one cancel, then finally we have the term dG equal to VdP minus SdT. Okay, now differentiate where P and T both are independent variables. Okay, so now the differentiate this equation with a differentiate Gibbs function with respect to P and T. Okay, then what we get there, dou G by dou P at a constant temperature is equal, we get there V, and here dou G by dou T at a constant pressure P equal, we get there minus S. And we know that where dG is perfect differential. So then this here we can write one equation, that is what dou by dou T of dou G by dou P T, that equal to here we'll write dou by dou P of dou G by dou T at a constant pressure. Okay, substitute these two functions in this equation, then finally we'll get there dou by dou T, dou G by dou P, constant pressure can be written V, so that equal here dou by dou P, where this function is nothing but minus S. Okay, minus S. So finally we get there dou V by dou T at constant pressure, that is equal to minus dou S by dou P at constant temperature. Okay, so this is what equation number 4, which represents Maxwell's fourth. It represents Maxwell's fourth thermodynamic equation. Okay, so These are the four equations: Maxwell thermodynamic first equation, Maxwell second thermodynamic equation, Maxwell third thermodynamic equation, and this is what Maxwell fourth thermodynamic